He never planned to fall in love tonight. In fact, Michael Hale, a 34-year-old billionaire CEO and single father, walked into that dimly lit rooftop restaurant only as a favor, a blind date meant for someone else, a harmless cover until his friend would arrive. But the moment he saw her, sitting nervously alone by the edge where the city lights shimmered like fallen stars, everything inside him paused, as if someone had just turned down the volume of the universe. She wasn't wearing anything designer. Just a simple pastel dress that looked like it was chosen carefully, not expensively. Her fingers anxiously brushing over a cheap purse with a cracked strap, her eyes soft yet strong. Like someone who had been hurt, but refused to break. And when she looked up and accidentally laughed, because she was embarrassed for arriving early, that single human, imperfect, real laugh hit him harder than every luxury and deal his empire had ever given him. Because it was the first time in years someone didn't pretend in front of him. She didn't know who he was. Not yet. And so when he sat down and introduced himself with a name that wasn't his, just Michael. Casual, no CEO aura, no power in his tone, just a man meeting a girl. She simply smiled and said, "I'm Sarah." Like her name wasn't meant to impress anyone, and he swore something inside him softened, dangerously. She talked gently about things nobody asked her about. Her younger brother, her part-time job as an art teacher at a small community center, how she once painted a sunset, not because it was pretty, but because the sky looked sad. And Michael found himself listening like a starving man who had forgotten what real warmth tasted like. Laughing for the first time in months, maybe years, not the CEO laugh from charity events, but the kind that came from somewhere honest. 40 minutes passed like seconds, until suddenly Aidan showed up, late, arrogant, throwing his jacket on the chair with the attitude of someone who believed the world was beneath him, and casually told Michael, "You can go now, bro, I'm here." And Michael, who never lost composure in billion-dollar negotiations, felt a jealousy so raw it scared even him, his heart burning, because for the first time in forever, he wanted to stay, not as a powerful man, but simply as a man. So before Sarah could even react, he calmly but firmly said those 3 words that changed everything. "I'm not leaving." In that moment, the night shifted. Aidan froze, Sarah's breath caught, and Michael suddenly broke every rule he'd ever followed. He looked right at her and asked if she'd like to step out for a walk. Not to a fancy tower, not into luxury, but just outside, where the real world smelled like street food and freedom. And after one silent, breathtaking second of deciding whether to trust him, she nodded. And in that fragile, electric moment, a billionaire who forgot how to feel, and a girl who thought love wasn't meant for people like her, walked into the night together, not knowing that destiny had already locked their path long before tonight ever began.